So, how's it going today?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just finished work and relaxed a little bit, but yeah. In terms of like melee stuff, been entering more tourneys, been doing pretty good. Like, I think out of the all three tourneys or four tourneys I went to, I've gotten within like top four.
Okay.
So pretty happy with that. Just losing to just people that are technically like PR level, so I feel pretty good.
Yeah, so, like, I think, yeah, I recognize, I don't recognize all these names, but I recognize Dark Wizard.
Yeah, and actually that's the one person I'm playing it right now. I'm the one with the top shelf shirt on the left.
Gotcha. So you're fighting Dark Wizard, and, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So let's, like, slow this down just a bit. So, like, talk to me, so
Yeah.
just before we get too deep into it, like, talk to me about about this set. So what did you notice, like, what is it about this set that you wanted to analyze? I know that you said that you're not sure about certain things, but, like...
It's just I feel like I'm losing to interactions, like especially let's say like we both approach at the same time. I've been losing a lot to nair trades or dropping edge guards for like this one for example.
Yeah, so what happened here? What do you think was the problem?
I think I just misspaced it because I'm pretty sure just misspacing because I hit the first one. I think I was a little bit more afraid before, so I backed up a bit too much.
That is exactly what you did. Look, you move away from him. And then, like, well, actually, you already moved away from him because you were in the right spot originally. Yeah, like you were here, and then you moved away from him, and then you missed. Like, this didn't work. So let me ask you something. When you see that this back air didn't work, what do you think you should do?
Yeah. Grab ledge or wave dash back, grab ledge.
Do you think you have time for that?
Probably not. Probably just throw another aerial.
Yeah, which aerial?
Another back air.
Yeah, or you can nair.
Nair.
Why not nair?
I feel like... I don't know. I feel like based on spacing, I might not hit him. Back air is more likely to hit since he is like more behind me.
I actually feel the opposite because nair comes out 3 frames sooner.
That is also true.
Like nair hits both sides of you too. Like hits both sides of you, so like it's gonna hit this area. So like the fact that it comes out so quickly, I feel like we can just like do it in place and like move back a little bit as he comes down.
Yeah.
Because like you see how he's able to land because you go for the back air, but like you don't get it out in time.
Yeah.
Whereas like we could totally have like the nair out like here. I also think we had like kind of a slow reaction here. But, like, yeah, like, the back air actually allows him to, like, land. So, that I'd say is, like, that's a small thing, but I think that I kind of see what you mean. I think like, this helps me put together, like, the picture of what's going on here. So, like, how often would you say you kind of get scared on that kind of edge guard?
Pretty scared, because I've been noticing that I've been getting at least, like, hit by Firefox a lot more. Especially on net play, when I'm just going for, like, a dare, edge guard, or back air, I've just been getting hit with Firefoxes, both Fox and Falcos.
Okay. Have you ever taken a look at what the hitboxes actually look like?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Why don't we take a look at that? Because I feel like that would be that would be useful for us. So what we're gonna do is, come here, you. Let's do general. We're gonna do fighter collision. We're gonna turn model display off. So the reason I've done this is because, like, by doing this, what I'm trying to do is we're going to, like, force... Please cooperate. God damn it. Alright, so we're gonna have him just do his up B. Okay, behavior, counteraction air. Actually, wait a minute. No, there's an easier way to do this. Yeah, now we have the damage for this. So you see where the hitbox is, right?
Yeah.
It's not particularly big, is it?
No, it's like just slightly above, or right on his nose.
It's actually kind of like it's not really like on his nose. It's like kind of like around it's kind of like around him. So like here, watch.
Or yeah, like right, it like ends at the tip of his nose. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And like obviously around it.
But like what I think is important here is that like parts of him like kind of like are like his head is kind of exposed during parts of it, like as he's spinning. Okay. So like one thing I'd notice here is like when we do our dare edge guard, like really what we're trying to do is like we're trying to like hit him so that he can't align himself. Do you see what I mean? Like we're trying to like like our down air is like here we go. So like we want to have our down air like hitbox out in advance, but there's like kind of like it's really like the slants of it of his up B that are where like there's the hitbox. Now the other thing about down air is that like our down air has gaps between the hitboxes. So sometimes it will just like it will trade because it's a multi-hit move. Like there's no real way around that. But there's like ways that you can kind of like make it less likely by doing things like sub floats, for example. You see what I mean? Like if we do like a sub float back air or something, or sub float down air, we're lower to the ground, so like we're also like sort of like more protected in some ways.
Okay.
Like this is like sub float bear. You can see how like sub float bear would be really good here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's what. So I think that like understanding the hitboxes and like where they are on the character is like useful because it gives us like a more like concrete way of like interacting with like the ideas that isn't just like based on the animations, because the animations are sort of misleading at times.
Okay.
Yeah. Like so like another thing is like the Firefox like vulnerability window, like the 10
like the Armada Shine stuff.
Yeah, okay, good. Because like that's an important part of it too, I'd say. Because like that's what allows you to do things like this, like just basically hit him like out of this like when you're like once you've like hit him off stage. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now let's get back to your match because like we don't need to spend more time on that. But But you can like. One thing I'd say is like once you get the position down for like hitting him like hitting him out of that hitbox, which is trickier with Peach because she doesn't use the ledge invincibility to do it. That's also a factor. But yeah, like I'd think about like how you secure the kill from that point onward. Mm-hmm. Aside from that, the only other thing that I would say that I'm noticing is that we're attacking a lot.
Okay.
So like here, I'll give you like let's rewind a bit, and I'll point out what I mean. So like you get put like the game opens like this. You get hit by this like his shine combo, which makes sense.
Yeah.
You go for this, and then we have like aerials where we've got baiting. We've got attacks now, and it's basically stays like you see how many attacks you just did in a row there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like talk to me about this like. After we get this like back air on his shield, this space back air on his shield, like I think the nair that you do makes a lot of sense. Why did we land from it though?
Why did we land from it? Because I was trying to, I guess, react to his roll. Okay.
Wouldn't it be easier to just keep moving forward though?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like unless like Peach is hyper floating, Peach being on land is faster than her just keep on floating.
Okay.
In terms of movement.
Okay. But like if we float forward, then have to land, go through auto cancel landing, and then move forward, that probably slows us down a bit though.
Probably. Maybe just a couple frames. I'm not entirely sure.
Right. So I'm not saying that we aren't faster by doing your play. I am saying though that like maybe the difference between the two isn't quite as high as we might think, and then like the advantage to maintaining the float is that we're maintaining float, which means that we can then still continue to like move forward. Like we could have like naired forward, let the nair finish, and then like transitioned into like float fair or another nair or something. You know what I mean? Which would have been really really good into this shield. Yeah. So like. That's my one comment. Like it's not that you're wrong about like the movement part. It's just that like I'm not sure that like moving like as fast as possible is necessarily like what the situation is demanding of us.
Okay.
Yeah, because like we're in a scrap. Like we do have to cut off his land. Like his we do have to keep up with his retreat somewhat, but he just rolled. Like roll isn't super like. We're probably not going to be able to punish it directly, but. You know, it's more about like maintaining good footing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like this was good. This I'd say like is more of like this is kind of what we want. So like we like kind of like backed up, we covered space. He happened to like deal with it, but like so one thing I'm curious about is why did we stop here? Why aren't we like continuing to drift forward?
My guess is I don't want to be more off stage from where I currently am because I'm just already throwing myself out, and I don't want to be super far out because I feel like one strong hit could eventually kill me.
Right, but like, is it better for us to be here in the end lag of Nair or getting back aired?
Definitely the first one.
Yeah, so like, I feel like I totally get what you mean, but like I totally get what you mean, but like you can see how like how restricting our position winds up getting us hit, which is much worse than being like slightly forward.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think I just did not want to be off stage from my perspective when I was in the match.
Right. So I think that this is a good situation for us to flag because I think that this is similar to like this is in a weird way. I feel like this is in a similar category of like decision as the movement thing, in that we have like we're overvaluing a particular part of the play that is not actually like the most important part of what we're doing in that moment. So on this one, I think it's a little bit more. The reason I flagged this one is because it's a little bit more clear cut. For me, like when we do this full hop nair going forward, like so. The most important thing at the end of it is that like we are safe from counter hit, because so like it's not like we stop like we hit like we basically stop our forward motion. Like where did we start this? Like where were we? Let me see here. So we are on. Yeah, like you did this like very like yeah like this was a really good angle for this too. So like you basically from here to here you are moving forward and you can keep going forward if you want to. But you stop it. You put like a stop here because you think this is as far as you should go. But like that's simply not the case, because what we want to really do is we want to be outside of like we know that Fox double jumped, like that's the movement we saw that when he to avoid us. So he jumped up like this, and then he's up to about here, and then he's coming back down like so. So what I would say here is the most important thing is that we just don't want to be we don't want to be in this area.
Okay.
So like you stopping here is not ideal because it keeps us in the spot where we're hittable. So really all we want to do like to make this play work, all we have to do is just move over here, like just go forward a little bit more because you're going to be at the peak of your jump. So like you probably finish like if you finish here instead of where you finish, like look at how much better that is.
Yeah, I wouldn't get hit, but I would be put in a potential edge guard situation.
What are you talking about? You still have your float and your double jump. He's gonna land on the platform in landing lag from Fox's back air. He's gonna be negative. Fox is gonna like incur 10 frames of landing lag for landing here. So like what I would say here is like what I'm almost like if with you being here, I want to transition to like I want to double jump. I want to double jump either to a better I want to double jump up possibly and then like set up a good back air.
Okay.
Like that seems reasonable, right? Like basically from here we go like we double jump up to maybe about this height, and then we work off of back air as we come back in, because heck, you know what? If you wanted to even come in with fair, you could even use Toad to turn yourself around over here, because it's not like Fox is coming over here.
No, but it does get Fox time to reposition and potentially counterattack whatever I could do.
Well, I mean, then that's fair. We could simply go further off stage though, because like remember, our double jump goes really far. It's normally like slow to start up, but we're not really worried about the speed because again, he has to travel to the ground and then also go through L cancel before that happens. So at this kind of height, I feel like, especially if we're level with the top platform, I feel like we have so many ways back on that are like super easy.
Okay. I see what you mean with that.
Yeah, so I would say here, like the big thing here is like, the priority is to avoid Fox.
Hit.
Yeah, avoid Fox's bear.
Avoid Fox's bear. So even if I need to like kind of out position or go into a position that could technically be considered bad, it's better that than just get hit.
Well, so I think one of the I would actually challenge so I think the big thing here is like I don't consider this position bad with Peach.
Okay.
If you have both of your resources, like your float and your jump, I just don't consider this position all that bad with her, because like one of the perks of her in Jigglypuff and Samus is that like this kind of spot is perfectly fine for them. They have so many more ways, they have so much hang time and so many like ways they can move with that hang time that they're not really and they're also like for two of them they're also fairly heavy. So like they're not really in danger of like something like going disastrously wrong if they're like caught here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd say it's like it's okay to be a bit off stage with your stuff.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because like yeah, like out of curiosity, this may come up in the match, so I wonder, but just like openly, how do you usually like when you kill Fox? Where do you usually go for when he's respawning?
I usually go like near the ledge. I don't know about exactly grabbing ledge. There's also been times where I think this has happened a lot. I just go to platform and just wait or pull turnips.
Okay, I might want us to look at like oh, we chickened out.
Yeah.
You had it.
I should have just fell down a bit and went with fair.
Or near him, because you had the positioning for the Armada shine spike, like the Armada timing. Like you had everything set up perfectly, basically. We just didn't use it.
Nope.
Perfect. Throw turnip. Yep. So he's now forced low. Kill him. There we go. Throw turnip. Should hit. Didn't, because he went a little. Oh no! What happened there?
Yeah. I think he went in a little bit more forward than I expected, and the back air got the reverse hit.
You're like moving like a little bit more forward on this. Like you're moving more to the edge on this. I'm noticing.
Okay.
So like here, you'll see what I mean. Like do you use the A button for these?
No, that was first thing, I don't know if you know, I'm on box, so I think I used the C stick button.
Okay, yeah. So you're actually moving towards him, like you're wiggling around right now. So
okay.
One thing there is a solution that I think is pretty simple here, but like, what do you think? Like, what do you think you should be doing there? Like, because I think
I probably could have honestly nared instead.
Yeah, I like the backwards. Back air. I like the back air there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, back air does work, but I think I could have just held back in a little bit more.
Yeah, that works. One thing I would say about this kind of edge guard is so what I like to do with these kinds of edge guards is this will be easier to explain with a diagram. So like let's get him off stage here. So we throw this, this is happening.
Barely missed.
Yeah, so now we have his angle. We have the way that he is traveling. So let me like grab this for you, and I'll show you what I mean. So like the way I view edge guarding this upbeat line that he is making from here to here is that like so he is traveling at roughly like this trajectory, right? Like this is a basically okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what I would say here is he's gonna go. We know like his other ways back would be like he can do this. Like from his starting point, which is here, he could do something like this. He could do something like this. But like you see, like not all of these go into like your space basically. Like
yeah, are you suggesting that I float up there, wait, and then follow him up wherever angle he is with a falling back air?
No, I'm saying we like land. We do this. We do the back air here. And if he like travels into this spot, great. And if he doesn't, then we land. And then just jump up with another move.
Okay.
Because like he's not able to hit us with every angle he has. So like the only angles that he's really covering with us are the ones that go like at us. Like basically like it would be stuff like this basically, stuff that goes towards us. But like if he's not doing one of those, what I would say here is like we can see that he's not doing one of those from far away. So I'd actually have Peach probably float a little bit more inwards towards the stage, like around here. So then we're like covering this area more firmly. And then when he then comes up here, then yeah, we just jump up with another attack. So it's like we kind of like cover the ones that can hit us. Cover what hits us. What hits us first. And then jump and attack the others, and then not even necessarily then attack the ones that have to fall.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could turn around jab too.
Turn around jab, grab.
I wouldn't grab because like I don't want to jab his jump back, but yeah, you could. Yeah, any of that fall. It's how come grab jumped out at you, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I don't know. I think. Well, let me think. Because if he lands and I grab, I feel like I can just put him in another edge guard situation, but it wouldn't really necessarily do good. Because I think I can even probably just down smash and send him off stage, or at least put him in a really bad spot.
If he goes through you, if he goes past you, down smash is really good. Honestly, actually, you know what? Given his percent that he's on 131, you're right at the edge. I actually think grab isn't bad because you probably just can like get 2 or 3 pummels and then just kill him. So like,
Yeah.
I actually, you know what? I stand corrected. I don't actually mind grab because of his percent. But like, but yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't make a habit out of it.
Okay, makes sense.
He's not like making it easy for you.
No, he's definitely not.
Something I would suggest in these spots is like a little bit more movement. So like you're coming in, and then like you come in again right after, right? So then you're like you're moving away from him, and you try to set up like your jump like immediately. But I think that we needed to just keep running.
Okay.
Like you see what I mean? Like we
yeah, I think at that point he's already late into the aerial animation, so there's no point in me trying to beat that, especially that close.
Yeah, so we just keep running. We like maybe we can enter like because if we enter run, we can then transition into crouch. So like that. Yeah. So then we can probably just like counter hit, down smash him, and kill him, especially on like if he's coming in with like such an early aerial. So I think that these kinds of running situations, like this is where I'm noticing that like there's a lot of margin here, because that was like you see how this was good. This was good. What I'd also noticed, because funnily enough, I had a peach before you. Something we noticed that Laud's really good about doing is that like at low percent between his like actions when he's not like when he's just moving in relation to his opponent, he's really good about like throwing crouches in at low percent. Okay. So like he'll like move around and like shuffle around for position with Fox, and then like we were watching him versus Sunsei. So like he'll like you know do a little bit, he'll do like the kind of back airs that you're doing sort of. And then like he'll like do like then he'll maybe like do like a dash dance or a wave dash or something, and then he'll like enter run and then crouch. Yeah. And he just kind of like checks. He doesn't stay there long. It's just long enough to like cue to Sunsei that it's happening. So like just like maybe like 10 frames max. Like cuz you don't want to like linger there. But like he'll go into it to like check, see if anything connected on him that he can work with. And if not, then he just goes back to his movement. And at high percents, he does this with shield.
I see.
Kind of like what you're doing, honestly. Like, this is a little early. Like, I think he'd still be crouching at this point, but like it's the same idea. Like, this is just like I'd toggle the percent up.
Okay.
Yeah. So in terms of what he like, so these are all things that you can be doing that I think that you could be doing better. I do think that like with the hit selection we have, we're making life a little bit harder on ourselves than we need to. So like you go for this really good aerial into down smash, and you do get him with the down smash. But I wonder if there was a way that we could have like, I don't know, like what are your thoughts? Like because we hit him off stage, but like we're also hitting him across the stage. Do you think that's okay?
Yeah.
Like, could we have grabbed him maybe, or like baited an out of shield option if we just like waited a little bit and then maybe got a better hit?
Most likely. Grab. I definitely want to implement more like flow cancel aerial to grab, but I think at my perspective, like he's pretty low or he's at high percent. I already hit him with an aerial. I want to just shield poke him and just try to get some more damage off him.
Okay.
If I'm lucky, he will hold down. It hits him both ways, but I shouldn't rely on that. I need to rely on something that's more consistent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't hate the down smash, to be clear. Like, again, like, the down smash to me is the down smash to me is, like, it's a play that works if they push a button, and it does lead to something. Like, we could have totally hit that edge guard on the left side of the stage with a little bit more precision. Like, that's very doable. But yeah. I just can't help but think of, like, you know, like, especially with him being at high percent, close to the edge, like, I feel like it's reasonable for us to make the call that he might hold his block there, too, given that we've been attacking him so much. So, like, I feel like, you know, there's merit, like, the grab, especially with the higher payoff, like, it's worth considering.
Yeah, no, I think the way I'm seeing down smash now, and I've been seeing it by just, you know, there's a difference between, like, knowing it in your mind outside the game versus, like, playing it in the game, you know what I mean? The way I'm seeing it is down smash is good for early mid percentage because that's where you get the combos and like off edge guard situation. But late game, like when they're higher percentage, it's not that good unless you're going for shield pokes.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's kind of like I kind of view it as like amazing early game, like from like 0 to like about like 30, 40. like fantastic move. From about like 40 to about like 110ish, I think it's like not particularly exciting, just because you'd rather hit like your combo moves and stuff at that point. And then I think that like at high percents it's like okay, but it's usually not the best thing you can hit. It's just like a powerful chunky hit.
Yeah.
Ooh, so talk to me about these up airs. Yeah, so like what's the plan with these?
I'm just trying to get some shield pokes on, or just some pokes on him, because I know he's like staying on the platform. So I'm thinking like, if I just keep on throwing up airs, I might be able to get some trades or some good hits.
Okay.
On him, especially since like I feel like I'm protected under the platform.
Yeah, you are. I'm almost wondering though, if that's the case, could we like go for, like I guess my question here is more like, is up air the best thing that we can for this kind of job? Is up air necessarily the best thing that we have?
No.
What would be better?
My guess is like just full hop nair. But
I think
that's
that's
also I don't think that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's also it's good as well. I don't know. I feel like if that's I'm not sure. I feel like if that was the case, I might just run away and grab center stage.
Well, so we know that he's going to be on the platform, and we know that he's like kind of like running, like he's kind of like afraid of us, right?
Yeah.
What? Well, he's like, and he's double jumped. He's double jumped, I think, for this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like he jumps. Oh no, he just like full hops.
No.
Double jumps here. So one move I thought, and it's not a move we use with her all that often, but what about up smash?
Yeah, up smash does work. I'm not against the idea. I've done it several times, but I think it's only really good if I have a hard call where he's landing, since up smash is a very just vertical move.
Right, but but he's just double jumped.
Yeah, he double jumped.
So what I would say here is that we're not using the up smash just like all willy nilly. It's more that like when we confirm that he's double jumped after this up air, that's when we do it.
I see.
The other thing that makes some amount of sense to me is just like, again, like look at like you see like he's forced to keep like certain like movement pathways. So like one thing I would say here is like you're here and he's double jumped this way. You could also like jump over here. Like let me draw this out for you so you can see what I mean. So like I'm saying that you jump to the left, you go up a little bit, like you go up to basically the height of the platform. So you go here.
Yeah.
And then what you do is like you enter your float, and you back air onto the platform into back air down smash, float cancel back air.
Okay.
Because like you know that he has to land somewhere on the platform. Like you don't know exactly where, but like he's just double jumped like this way. So like he's just double jumped this way, right? So he's either coming down here, or he's coming like somewhere down here, or he's coming down somewhere like here. Like this, like his range is basically somewhere in this general area.
Is he not able to like waveland back to the top platform, or waveland to top platform?
I mean, he can do that anyway, though. Like, if he wants to, like that, I wouldn't consider that coming back down at that point, though. So like, if he could go here, if he goes here, you being here doesn't allow you to engage him anyway. I would even argue that like you being here is probably is no worse nor better versus this kind of disengagement. If anything, it's probably better because you're then closer because you're on you can get on the platform easily. But if he comes down to any of these pathways, I'd say that like being here is actually really beneficial because like let's say he lands anywhere like around this general like area, right?
Okay.
So like you can probably just float over here and down smash him because the platform's low.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you just have, you just go over, you go from here to here, and then you just spin, and then all of a sudden he's in pain.
Yeah, the blender.
Yeah, and like this is exerting threat. So like it almost like forces him to like either like move towards you or pull away from you, like really like in a really committal way, which is phenomenal. If he decides to land here, you have the back air stuff going on. Like I think that like I think a big thing about her is that like she changes, even though she's not particularly fast. She is maneuverable because of her double jump momentum shift and like her just generally high air mobility. So, or airspeed. So, like, I think that, like, moving in these kind of, like, going in one direction and then moving to the other way quickly is a really good way to, like, kind of fake foxes out in this kind of spot in general. Like, one thing that also came to mind was, like, potentially, like, pretending like that we want to chase him by, like, full hopping up and then, like, slap dashing or something to move out of the way and then trying to down smash him or something. Like, I feel like there's a lot of baiting opportunities. We're being very direct, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know if I don't think we necessarily have to be so direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of for me is like I want to bait them into like running into me so I can counter hit them like that.
Right. Or like, and not even necessarily bait them into running into you, just like bait them in, like, we want to fake them, like, we're just faking them out. Like, where, like, we it might not even be like the spot we were that they're like going for. Like, it might just be, you know who would actually be a good, like, so you're basically here to get ideas on like what we can do. I haven't. There's a set I think that would be good for us to take a look at. How do you feel about?
Yeah, because I just overall I think my punish game is good, and I think my technical skills are good enough. I just think my decision makings and like stuff, like maybe I'm like lack of understanding of some neutral game stuff. It's my biggest downfall.
Let's look at Aklo versus Triff, because I feel like if there's a fox who is going to camp Peach out, it is this one. And then, like, let's take a look at, like, how Triff manages this. Because Aklo's, like, record versus, like, Peach going into this was, like, absolutely, like, stellar. Like, ludicrously good. So... Yeah.
And Triff is really good at not falling for the camping, because he's willing to play patient against the fox.
So this is kind of what I mean, like having a plan when you hit that back air. So you see how he has the turnip? Yeah. So, like, the turnip, like, after he hits, like, describe to me why this works. Like, tell me what's happening here and tell me what's happening here.
Okay, back. So he does dare in case he's trying to, in case Fox falls down and wants to cover up B, but since it's still early, he's still able to recover and land that nair in time.
Mm-hmm.
Whiffs the back air, but lands immediately, and so he can throw another back air out.
Yep.
It hits, he's falling, and I guess it's close enough where Triff can actually just yoink that turn up and it'll hit. Guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
For my guess is either for extra damage or just a little extra space when Fox is turn away to set up for like another edge guard situation, because Fox still has to fall down because he's still in hit stun. So it's guaranteed that the Fox is going to be recovering from low.
Yeah, so I actually think I'm almost certain it's because this ensures that the Fox is forced below the level to like to a greater degree.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, from that point, it's such a control. The other thing that I would say that this does is, like, if, depending on where Aklo goes, Triff can also, like, consider dropping, like, grabbing the turnip and throwing it at him down here.
Yeah, I've done that several times with Marth, and it's really stylish and cool.
Yeah, like, it's just, it kind of gives him, like, it gives him the item he needs to gimp the FB down there if he needs it, and it also forces Fox into the low recovery position. Like, it just does everything you would possibly want from that kind of play.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's look at how he gets some of these hits. So he's got this turnip, he throws it.
Crouch. CC is his own turnip, that's insane.
Makes perfect sense to me, though. Like, it makes perfect sense, though. So, like, so now he's, like, you see how much more movement he's doing than you, like, in these scraps, right? Like... Yeah,
he's not throwing as much attacks, he's just moving a lot.
And he still throws out attacks, but there is a lot more emphasis on movement and positioning and, like, being safe as opposed to, like, movement and positioning as opposed to just, like, attacking.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also want to point out this bait that he does here. So, like, he gets this.
Floats down there, lands,
and
waits
then
for Fox to do a move, and then hits him with the up air.
Yeah, because I bet that Aklo get up attacks because he hears the sound of her, like, initiating the jump and float.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, boom.
You hear something and be like, oh, like, okay, I need to do something.
Yep. Gets the nair to shield.
Mm-hmm.
So that was sneaky too. So, like, you see how he's, like, prepared to, like, cover the options that, like, that his play doesn't get, even if they're not, like, even if the conversion isn't real, he's still ready to, like, contest those spots if he's reasonably able to. So I think that double jump land grab is, like, you know, like, because you're Fox at 93 versus Peach, what are you gonna do when you land? Probably shield. And then, like, let's now take a look at some of these movements. So, because like if like what does this slapdash cover? You think?
Basically, slapdash covers any approach or either any form of approach that Fox does. Because you think like, okay, Peach is running at me, I can do something.
Yeah.
But
So in this
you slapdash, it's equivalent to wave dash back. Like you're just trying to see what Fox is doing after you move.
yeah, it's an air dash. Like in like Guilty Gear or something, this would just be an air dash. And like it makes sense, like because he's going up, he's coming back down. Like if Aklo had tried to like nair off the platform into him or drill off the platform into him, like this gets him. And then like, yeah. So like, what are some other differences you notice about like your like when you watch him? What are you noticing what's something else that you've noticed that's different about what he's doing?
I mean, besides movement, like he's not really hard committing a lot of the time unless he knows he can get something good, I guess. Because I just go in because I feel like I can go in and get some hit. Triff is kind of calculating what Aklo wants to do or is going to do before it does something.
So what would you like? So let's look at this. Let's look at this interaction from here. So where what would be an example here?
So he runs. Okay, I mean he wants to dash attack with ledge. Makes sense. Gets a down smash because he saw Aklo missing the ledge dash.
I think that this counterplay to the get up attack, that is smart, because like
no.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I guess I assume that most people or most Peaches would just double jump land cancel into immediate down smash and potentially get hit by that get up attack. Triff does it so fast and starts shielding because he wants, I guess, a reaction.
Yeah, or they might go for like full hop up air or something. But like again, if this comes online before he gets hit by like full hop up air, then then the Peach. But like this allows him to board the it allows him to board the platform and then just like get a follow up on that get up attack, which is perfect.
Yep.
Unlucky. The fact that he dropped the turnip there was so unfortunate.
Yeah.
What on earth? Oh, hell yeah. What do you think about this down tilt?
I like it, but it's a little risky, I think.
How is it risky?
I feel like if Aklo didn't go for a shine, it might have, or I feel like Aklo, instead of going for a shine, he could just like roll away or just not roll away or held shield longer and wouldn't get hit.
Okay, so what's the alternative?
But I personally would just nair, but I mean, if it hits, it's really good because Fox is in so much hit stun. That practically any move afterwards is guaranteed. Like, obviously Triff went for a nair, but I think up air could have worked as well and potentially killed.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't up air. I'm also reasonably sure the up air is a guaranteed kill there. So, but hold on. You said you would so after this float cancel fair, you're saying you would nair?
Yeah, like instant float nair.
Can't he roll on that too?
Yeah, but I feel like you can recover faster and go, or like determine what you want to do. You can reset neutral. You can go for a potential tech chase.
Okay. I mean, like, I don't disagree with those things, but like, so if he rolls forward, is the idea that you're just gonna float near forward?
No. I mean, that's part. I feel like in game, yes, but realistically, I would just probably reset neutral or like maybe run up at him and try to see what he wants to do, like whether he goes like a panic up smash, shield, or jump.
Okay, but so I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna contest you here because one thing because what I'm concerned about is that we're going into our float here, and if we're nearing in place and he's rolling into the corner, even though we are frame positive, we still have to travel to the corner in order to hit him. So I feel like we are overestimating the value of the frame advantage we're getting because of the travel time involved in going over to Fox. Do you see what I mean? Because it's not I think if you were Fox, then what you're saying makes I think if you were Fox or Captain Falcon or something, then what you're saying makes perfect sense. But because you are Peach, and you do not have the luxury of super speed, it's not quite as impactful. it's not. It doesn't mean as much to be plus, like, even if you're plus like 20 or something. It doesn't mean as much to be plus 20 if your character takes 20 frames to reach, like takes like 25 frames to reach the opponent. And I'm not saying that she does, but like, I'm not saying that it's exactly that amount. Like, but you see what I mean? Like, if he's all the way over here,
I guess it's better to try to hit them now where you're at than go for like a potential tech chase scenario, where you're obviously slower and Fox can. By the time Fox recovers, you probably might barely reach to the Fox on time.
So well, hold on. Hold on. Let's not jump to conclusions. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that like the nair is bad, and I'm not saying that the nair doesn't do anything. I'm just saying that the down tilt has merit here, because it covers him pushing a button in place really effectively. So like I would like another thing that like this so Shine Out of Shield is checked by this.
Yes.
I would say, what other things might be checked by this? What, like maybe spot dodge at some timings?
Yeah, spot dodge some timings.
Mm-hmm.
I know technically, like if he jumps and still like in the early jump squat animations, it'll get checked by that.
Mm-hmm.
What
if
else?
If he like dares in place or something.
Dares in place, yeah.
Or
Technically nair, but I highly doubt he would nair, considering that he's facing away.
I'm gonna say that spot dodge and shine are the two considerations here, because like I think that like
ones.
Yeah, because spot dodge and shine make a lot of sense for him to do here. I feel like dare in place is like a little optimistic, because he's probably, if he sees Peach over here, he's probably gonna drift back with it anyway. So yeah. I think that like really, so given that it's spot dodge and shine that this seems to be good against, I would actually hypothesize that Aklo is worried about grab here.
Yeah, that makes sense, because he went for a shine, which will be grab.
Yep, and he's at 113 versus Peach. So forward throw has to be a consideration. So like, so I think that this, so really these like this down tilt is meant to check him checking. Down tilt is checking. Checking counterplay for grab.
Okay.
Anti-grab buttons. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like this is what I mean. Like when I say that, like it's not that I would say though, if that the opponent is like doing more like full hoppy stuff out of shield, or like a variety of like movement things out of shield that are not invincible or do not have immediate hitboxes. Like if they do, like if the opponent was like full hopping and spot dodging out of shield, in that type of system, I would say your nair is much better.
Okay.
Because full hop and spot dodge, like the nair is going to be like more frame efficient on the spot dodge. So then you just like follow it up with grab or whatever and kill him, or like continue your punish. In the case of like full hop, you do your nair, you like land immediately, realize you've missed, and then you just come up with another thing. Like maybe like you dash away into like back air, into full hop back air or something, or like maybe you do another nair coming up. Like there's lots of things that you can have out of that kind of thing. But it's more about like what things you think he's doing and why. It's more about like what you think he's playing around and why. So yeah. We look at his percent, like what does it make sense for him to be like looking out for, and like we just play, we act accordingly.
Okay, yeah.
Because like one of the things about this game that I think is important to remember, the mix-ups that we play at different percents are different, because the value of a specific hit is not the same at every point throughout a stock. So like right now, what do you think Triff needs to be looking out for from Aklo?
Triff needs to be looking out for potential dares, grabs. I'd
say dare is definitely the big one. That's the first thing that jumped to mind for me. You think grab is that big of a priority? I feel like I feel like his throw is really like inconsistent on her. Like it's good, but it's like it's not super reliable,
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from that. I just think throw up air can put Peach in a pretty bad spot, but that's my understanding of the matchup.
I mean, like that is true, but I just don't, I feel like with the counterplay to like up throw up air has reached a point where it's like I feel like it doesn't really happen as much as like it used to. So like let's see.
Yeah, especially with SDI being more prevalent now, and people are getting really good at it. So
also like It's also just not true if she DIs the throw. Like, it winds up not being true, so she's always actionable. So there's, like, with good air dodge time, like, double jump air dodge timings, with good, like, with good, like, nairs and, like, nair timing, like, there's a lot of things that, like, she can do to execution test that are, like, that also make it difficult for other reasons. And I think that, like, that is all, like, very valuable.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. But you can see, like, I would actually argue, though, that, like, Triff does a really good job of playing around, like, the drill in general here. So, like, here, let's look at what he's doing. So, like, he's moving in, he's jumping up, can't drill that, can't drill that. Aklo does a great job of, like, landing some of these callouts, but, like, at the end of the day, like, you don't want, like, shielding, that can't drill that either. Jumps up, like, baits the shit out of him there. And, like, it's just, I feel like with this kind of system, I love this cup punish, by the way. This is so sick. Because to me, this is especially sick because, remember, he went for the grab here, but Aklo shield dropped through it.
Yeah.
So then what does he do?
Gets a down smash in a blender.
Yeah. So, like, we have a mix-up there. So, I think that the big thing that, like, Triff is nailing the don't let him drill me. Like, don't let him drill you for free kind of thing.
Okay.
I would say that, like, let's go back to your match for a moment so that we can, like, compare. So, now that we've had some ideas, so we can kind of, like, put this all together. So, I would say that, like, look at the opportunity. You're not giving it tons of opportunities to, like, get drilled. But I would say that you are giving more opportunities than Triff. Because, like, we're seeing more, like, attacks. And, like, we're fighting on the ground a lot more. We're fighting on the ground with higher commitment stuff in general.
Yeah.
When we're close to him. I feel like that, like, the big thing we're taking from Triff is that we don't necessarily have to do that.
I agree.
Yeah. This would have been an amazing fair grab, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we recognize that going forward?
Just look or notice their positioning and see what they're doing, because they're shielding and they're by the ledge, so that's like obvious shield or fair grab opportunity right there. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is let's actually flag this as an image, because, like, I think that this is a good one for us to come back to. And remember, like, he was at the edge. How did he get to the edge? How did he wind up here? You, like, hit him, right? Yeah, I think I hit him. Yeah. So I would say that, like, hit Fox to edge. We'll hit Fox to edge, and then, like, I think Fox tech rolled. No, Fox. No tech rolls to no tech rolls back. And then, like, we kind of, like, yeah, there's, like, there's a bit of a baiting game that happens but it's basically, like, Peach floats, float fairs, no float fairs, and then, yeah, yeah, this is, like, and then what we want to add here is grab. That's, like, the big one. That's the big addition here, like, so. Yeah. Because it's really like the key here is that, like, we didn't just, like, go for this, like, we didn't just go for this out of the blue. There was, like, we had an advantage state going into this, which is why I think that would be really good here. Because he's pinned. If he's not pinned, it's much harder to get that kind of thing on him. I see. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. So, I know that this is a little bit different than what we did our first time together. But overall, like, I know we only have, like, 12 minutes left, but, like, I just want to make sure, are these, like, are the things we're learning today, like, the things you're seeing, are these useful? Like, is this the kind of what you were hoping for? Like, just talk to me. No, I think it's definitely useful because, like I brought out earlier, I think my biggest pitfall right now as a player is just my lack of understanding with neutral, or, like, understanding why some options work better than others, or, like, how every specific situation can be both good and bad depending on the scenario. Because, like I said, brought up earlier, with, like, going off stage or going more towards the ledge with full hop in there, and I held back in a bit, or, like, the first image you saved. Yeah, I would not really consider it, because I would think, okay, I don't want to throw myself off stage that far, even though I still had a double jump and float.
Right. Yeah. So it's more about, like, broadening your understanding of, like, these positions. So, like, here would be another good example of this. So, like, you're next to Fox's shield. So what I would say, like, one thing that I would say here is actually, you might not have learned this. There's like, have you ever heard somebody describe different shield pressure spacings? Because I think there's two basically with every character. There's like a close one and a far one. Have you ever heard anyone describe it like that?
No, I don't think someone never described that to me.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna learn something. So let's take Fox here, because Fox is very convenient because he's all powerful. So yes. Fox here Fox here is a very busted character, but he has a weakness. He does not have very much range. So
no. I
would say that, like, where would you say his up smash? How far forward would you say his up smash hits? Like, if we had to, like...
Forward.
Like, probably around, like... It kind of follows the curve of his shield here, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, that's what I would imagine as well.
Cool. So, like, this is one... And does he have a move that hits out of shield that is longer than that? Because he's got his shine here, which is, like, you know, he's got the blinky here. And then he's got, like, the shield grab, which is here. Mm-hmm. He'd have his drill, which is kind of like... He'd have his, like, nair and stuff, but, like, that's kind of hits in the same... Like, that hits within this area, so I'm not going to flag it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, a lot of times when we talk about shield pressure in this game, the way we describe it is, like, you know, like, especially if you've seen Hax's videos, a lot of it is going to be, like, framed in terms of, like, frame advantage if you're in what I consider the close range position. So, like, or the close range shield pressure position. So I would say that that's anything up to, like, with anything within his bubble. Yeah. Now, but what happens here is, if you're, like, Peach is here right now, but what happens if she's over here? So, like, all of a sudden, we're not in range of any of Fox's things anymore, are we?
No, we're safe no matter, like, what he tries to do.
Right. So I call it, to me, this is what I consider, like, anything within this is I would consider the close shield pressure spacing, and this would be the far shield pressure spacing. The far shield pressure spacing varies from character to character because it's really just are we outside of their immediate things? And because if we are outside of their immediate, like, shield, like, out of shield actions, which would be rising aerials, up smash, up B, shield, and shield grab. If we're outside of those things, then they have to spend a movement action in order to actually get to us. So anything they do to go over here is going to be, like, taxed 13 to 17 frames. 17, yeah, Bowser. But, like, yeah, 13 to 15 realistically. Like, just for moving into a spot where they can get us. So it doesn't, like, a lot of times when we talk about, like, frame safety, we're like, oh, if you don't have, like, negative, like, 4 or whatever, like, if you are not at minimum, like, -3, -4, -5, -6, then your move is absolutely awful on shield. But, like, that's not technically true, because most, like, if we are outside of their immediate hit area, they also have to, they're taking a -13 on their action just to hit us, if not more. So then, like, a lot of things, like if you were to graze his shield with, like, a weak falling bear and land here, even if your weak falling bear is, like, -9 or, like, -8, you're still fine, because and that to me is significant. So I would say that, like, in general, if you want to avoid being caught in this kind of position as much as humanly possible. So, like, right now, I would be dashing the hell out of here. I think that this is a walk, so I'm going to, like, I believe that this might have been just, like, a movement error or something, but, like, yeah, this was definitely, like, a flub. But, like, I think that, like, the key thing here is, like, just understanding the differences between these two spots, because a lot of times, like, Peach, because when you're doing the close one, you have to play for, like, a higher frame advantage, and you usually want to play for frame traps. Or you hit this zone and you retreat to this one. That's the other thing that people do that's sometimes good. Or you hit this zone and then you, like, try to cross them up or something. There's more, like, there's a lot of things that you can do here, but this spot here, the close one, values efficiency far more than the other one. The other one values more about is more concerned with your positioning and being ready for, like, to cover the spots they can move to.
I see.
Yeah. And Peach, being the best scrapper in the game, in my humble opinion, she is excellent at both. She's better at the close, but she's perfectly fine at both.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Does that concept make sense though? Like, can you see where it would, and can you see where it might be like help you make like decisions in your matches?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, because I feel like I do get hit out of shield, or I get hit out of shield a lot, so I need to kind of evaluate like what can he hit, what can it hit me with out of shield, and I go from there. Like, do I want to risk potentially getting out smashed out of shield? No. Okay, what can I do? Kind of makes me.
There's one thing I wanted us to go over with these two, and it is what to do between stocks on respawn. So like this,
Yes, I actually need help with that.
Yeah. So let's look at what Triff does after he kills Aklo.
Stands off ledge, goes off stage.
Yeah.
And barely floats up there. Like he doesn't go out, but he's like on ledge area.
Well, let's look at another instance. So like he kills Aklo here, and then like let's see what he does.
Pulls turnips. Now, yep, still hides up there.
Yeah.
Because okay.
Let's look at an example versus a different player. So let's look at him versus Mango, because like Mango's more aggressive. So it's good. Like I want us to I think it will be useful for us to get a few other examples, because these I think Triff has the best respawn game. Of the Peach players.
Also, it could be good to see what Triff does when he's at higher percent. Like let's say a back air could kill him if he's that high.
Yeah. So on Fountain of Dreams he's at 143. Okay, so he doesn't take this stock first. Let me see here. So here. So let's see here. So I'm not seeing too many that conform to that requirement. Actually.
Yeah, but I think
this one is close, because he's gonna get the kill and he's at 70. So not back air, but he could get killed by like other stuff.
Yeah, like up air or something. Or that.
So that one he like timed it badly. I think that he thought he had more time. I think he misjudged how much time he had. Let's see here. So that's like we kind of see what he was going for, sort of. But like let's take a look at what he does after taking that kill. So like here he goes on the platform. He jumps off, and like the big thing I want to point out is like he's kind of like gone above where Mango can feasibly chase him. You see what I mean? So like. Yeah. Because I think Mango use his double jump, or is that just full hop?
Full hop.
No, he does use his double jump. It's just not. It's just not for max height. But like his max height probably only barely gets there, so he can move out of the way. So I think that like the way that he set this up by going on the platform first is important.
Okay.
Because you see what I mean. Like starting here, he goes up. Like he kind of goes like up. Above where Fox can conceivably hit him, and then that's where he like sets up his pathway back.
Okay. Can we see one example on FD? Because there's definitely an FD in this game.
Absolutely.
With no platforms.
I think that is a great call. Let's back this up. So, gets the kill, and what does he do? I have a feeling I know what he's gonna do, and I think it's just he's gonna like go to like the edge and then like just jump off stage and float. Oh wow, he just chills. Damn, that was not. I would have lost that one.
My mind is ballsy.
You know what? Does he do that every time though? Like, what else does he do? Because I almost wonder if this is why like. So like he gets the kill here, runs over to the edge, jump. Okay. So he does go off stage with this one.
Yeah. And I've done that several times, but I also feel like I get hit or I get edge guarded for doing that.
Yeah. So what do you think it is about that play? Like, what is he doing there that is allowing him to like make that work? Because like he's now respawning again. So like let's see what he does here. He goes.
I guess he still goes pretty high.
Do you go that high?
No, I think I go at their like full hop or like double jump height.
But not like both, like not full hop plus double jump.
Yeah.
So I think that this is really. So I think that this is the crucial thing. So like, he's like, if we like measure where Fox's full hop goes, it's probably like from here to about here, and then his double jump probably takes him about like a little bit further. So like this is actually like, so yeah, Triff's like the key to this one is like, yeah, we want spawn writing hard. Spawn strat, and it's like we want to like grab turnip, and then like how, like, do you think the direction he's facing matters?
Wait, what?
Well, Triff has been facing has his back to Mango every time he does this. So what I'm asking is, do you think that matters?
I say yes, because I think back air leads to more potential combos early compared to, let's say, a fair or a nair.
Also
back air.
It's a better boxing tool.
Yeah, bigger range. Technically, just a slower startup, but I think that's nullified by the fact that he's super high up, so he has all the time to set it up.
Well, so I hear what you're saying. I would say that like that is a good point. Like the fact that like fair and stuff have higher startup times is like mitigated by the fact that he's so high up, because you could see Fox coming at you. But I think like the thing here is we're not really trying to, we don't really get anything from like fair's knockdown up there either. Like the power doesn't really do anything for us because it's just going to hit him away. He's traveled so far. There's no way we chase him. So I think that in this kind of context, we're really just looking for the thing that has the highest consistency at winning the fight. And in that case, I don't think that Bear is really like I don't think that we can really match Bear in this regard.
I see.
Yeah, I think it's her best boxing tool in general in this kind of, when she's in air to air. It's just got, it's got the best, it's a back air. Back airs are crazy at that.
Back airs it's really good.
Absolutely. So with that, I think that we are at time, but like, have we satisfied are there any lingering things you want us to quickly look at, or that we can squeeze into a minute, or do you think like, or what are your thoughts? Like how, like, yeah.
No, I think everything's pretty good. Definitely gives me more insight about why, especially with the Triff game, how they move differently compared to what I'm doing, and I think I probably should try my best to mimic what they're trying to do, because I agree, I am throwing myself more at the opponents more often. Like I'm just running at them a lot more than I should.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say the major takeaway here is that Triff is that from reviewing Triff, we and tell me if this wording doesn't work for you, let me know. But like from reviewing Triff, we see him using his movement more than you do, and his movement choices are more purposeful to the threat. Purposeful, and then i.e. they are designed to mitigate specific threats to him at a given game state, and then like drill at low percent, drill when he's at low percent. And I think that like really the main thing here is like, it's not so much that you have to mimic them, but it's more that you have to, and mimicking them can be good. Like, to be fair, that's like a fine approach. If you want to do that, go for it. I fully encourage that. Yeah. But the more important thing though is to understand like how the opponent's move works, like what conditions it leads to things on, what things we have that beat it, and structuring our movement that way. So mimicking their movement is a good starting point because it'll have a lot of that kind of baked in there. But you want to you also want to be like critical and like make sure that you're taking in why it's doing those things.
I guess good example would be like understanding how Fox's up B hitbox works and showing the visual representation of that. So I understand like, okay, this is what I'm trying to go for now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna actually throw in if you find yourself stumped, it might be wise to use your learning tools like Uncle Punch, Fight Core, etc. Like fight core, various and resources about the game mechanic, about the game's mechanics. So you can make more concrete, make more. So you can use you can use solutions that are more concrete and grounded in the mechanics. Because, like, really, at the end of the day, like, all the reading in the world will not stop you. Well, all the reads in the world will not stop, like, will not stop the meteor cancel window from, like, denying you from your jump. So, with that, I think I'm going to stop the recording.